Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to talk start collecting Warhammer 40,000, and today we're going to take a look at the Ultimate Starter Set, one of the brand new starter sets that's coming out for Warhammer 40k 10th edition, and have a look at the Tyranids half of the box and how we can use this particular half of the box set to start a Tyranid force in Warhammer 40k 10th edition. Now, in this video, we will take a look at all the models that come inside this box set, talk about how they can be built and stuff like that. And it's also worth noting that all the models inside this box set for both the Space Marine and the Tyranid halves actually are the combat patrol forces for these two factions, so you can play the combat patrol style game with these models straight out of the box if you wish to. But on top of that, after we've had a look at all these units, we'll then look at some other units we can use to expand upon this initial box set, and finally finish off the video with a little sample army list of 1,000 points for you to use, hopefully as some inspiration for starting your own force of the Tyranids in Warhammer 40k 10th edition. And so, to begin with, first of all, we have a character in this box set in the Winged Tyranid Prime. Now, Winged Tyranid Primes have some melee weapons with their Prime Talons, giving them 6 attacks at a 2+ to hit, strength 6, minus 1 AP, damage 2. And they've also got the abilities of Deep Strike, and they're a leader, obviously. Alpha Warrior means if they're ever leading a unit, they can give the unit sustained hits 1, which is really cool for any weapons, both ranged and or melee. And the Death Blow means if a model is destroyed by a melee attack and is not fought in the phase, you can roll a dice on a 4+, it gets to fight before it is removed, which is pretty nice. Unit-wise, this model can lead Gargoyles and can lead both variations of the Tyranid Warriors, either with the melee or the ranged bioweapons. Now, the next option we get 20 models, and we get 20 Termagants in this box set. Now, it is worth noting that Termagants do have a variety of different ranged weapon options, from Flesh Borers, Termagant Devourers, and Termagant Spinefists, but the models inside this box set will have the Termagant Devourers here, so you're going to have an 18-inch range 2-shot weapon with a ballistic skill 4+, strength 4, no AP, and damage 1. Now, your abilities for these ones is Skulking Horrors, where once per turn, when an enemy unit ends a normal move, advance, or fallback within 9 inches of this unit, if this unit's not within engagement range of that unit, you can make a normal move of up to d6 inches. This is an incredibly powerful ability. It really can allow you to dictate the flow of the battle, stop your opponent getting charges off. It can be super, super useful. There is stuff in Age of Sigmar with this called Redeploy, and this is an incredibly powerful ability. Now, we then have 5 Barb Gaunts. These are more heavy weapon toting Gaunts. They've got their bio cannons on their back, which are going to be a d6 shot, ballistic skill 4+, strength 5, no AP, damage 1 weapon with the blast and heavy rules. And their ability is going to be Disruption Bombardment, where in your shooting phase after this unit's shot, if an enemy infantry unit was hit by one or more attacks from these weapons, it'll become disrupted, and that unit will be -2 to its move, advance, and charge rolls. The next unit are the Von Ryan's Leapers, effectively a unit of the Lictors you may know from editions of Warhammer 40k past, and indeed the Tyranids as a whole. They have a 6+ invulnerable save with toughness 5 and 3 wounds per model, so pretty survivable, and melee they are going to put out a decent amount of attacks. The big thing is the abilities they've got though, where they have Fight First along with Infiltrators and Stealth, and the Pouncing Leap means you can target them with a Heroic Intervention stratagem for 0 CP. We then get 2 Ripper Swarms in this box set. Now, this isn't enough in a normal game of Warhammer 40k to use the Rippers in a full squad, as you need 3 of them, but you do get plenty of Rippers when you start buying other squads, and you could easily find another base for these and split up a couple of the Rippers off this and easily make 3 bases of Rippers if you want as well. Ripper Swarms are just a generic throwaway unit. They are 35 points for 3 bases, and the big thing is their ability called Chitinous Horrors, which is an aura where you can halve your opponent's objective control if they're in engagement range of them. So your opponent can either attack the thing that's hurting his objective control or attack the thing that actually matters. Lastly, we get a monster in this called the Psychophage. Now, the Psychophage is a pretty mid-sized monster, toughness 9 with 10 wounds. Its abilities are the Biostimulus, where it can give out Feel No Pain 6+ to friendly Tyranid units within 6, and Feeding Frenzy. Each time this model makes a melee attack that targets a unit below its starting strength, you can add 1 to its hit roll, and if that unit is also below half strength, you can add 1 to the wound roll as well. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. Now, looking at where to go next for the Tyranids after that, and I think a more powerful HQ option is a really great place to start, and the Hive Tyrant is perfect for this. Hive Tyrants are a decently expensive monster, 10 for their toughness and 10 for their wounds. You got a 4-up invulnerable save on it though, which is nice, and an option of a couple of different ranged weapons, in either the heavy venom cannon, which is a D3 shots, 2+ to hit, strength 9, -2 AP, damage 3 with the blast rule, or you can go for D6 +1 shots, but you do drop to strength 7, -1 AP, damage 2 on that particular profile, but keep the blast weapon rule. Now, ability-wise, you have the Will of the Hive Mind, where once per turn, one friendly Tyranid unit within 12 inch of more of this model can be targeted for a stratagem for 0 CP, even if another unit from your army has already been targeted by said stratagem. And the Onslaught Aura, which is a psychic aura, allows while a friendly Tyranid unit is within 6 inch, you can have models with weapons in that unit gain the Assault rule, which is really nice. Leader-wise, this model can lead some Tyrant Guard as well, which are a really nice unit to bring to the table, enabling you to have another fighter on the field. And so after that, you might want to look at a unit to potentially protect your Hive Tyrant. And this can be the Tyrant Guard, which is the unit a Hive Tyrant can actually join. Despite being a monster, yes, it does have a unit it can join, which is really nice. Now, Tyrant Guard are pretty darn defensive, toughness 8 and 4 wounds per model. They've also got Guardian Organism, so while a character model is leading this unit, the character will also gain a Feel No Pain 5+. This on top of the invulnerable save is really nice. They also do have quite a decent amount of attacks in melee, where they can get either some twin linked profiles for 3 attacks, or they can go for a nice 5 attack profile as well, depending on how you want to load them out. Now, looking at some other units, the other character we have in this starter set, obviously, is the Winged Tyranid Prime. And so we're going to look at the 2 units that it can lead, and this, first of all, is the Gargoyles. These are a battle line unit and do have a ranged weapon called the Flesh Borer, which is an assault weapon with strength 5, no AP, damage 1. And, of course, you can gain sustained hits on that with the Tyranid Prime leading them, which can make them quite deadly. Their ability, you'll have Deep Strike there as well, so this unit can Deep Strike all together, which is really nice. And the Winged Swarm means in your shooting phase after this unit shot, they can then make a normal move of up to 6 inch as well. Though they can't make a charge after they do such a move, it's generally a move that would be trying to disengage or go and grab objectives. Now, the other option we have are the Tyranid Warriors, and these come in either melee or ranged weapon bioforms. The melee weapon profiles are pretty nice on them. On the melee version with 6 attacks, weapon skill 3+, strength 5, -2 AP, damage 1 with Twin Link, making a pretty punchy unit. And you're also going to gain the Adrenalized Onslaught rule, where you can either give yourself reroll hit rolls of 1 or reroll saving rolls of 1 in combat as well. And so here we have our sample army list for the Tyranids. Now we're going with the Detachment Invasion Fleet, which is the detachment we currently have access to for the Tyranids in Warhammer 40k 10th edition. Hive Tyrant is going to be our Warlord with the Monstrous Bone Sword and Lash Whip and a heavy Venom Cannon as well. I think this sort of mixed Hive Tyrant is definitely my favourite way to go with a Hive Tyrant in the new edition. I think you've got a bit of both worlds, and heavy Venom Cannon really helps sort of bring up some of your lack of ranged anti-armour. We then have our Winged Tyranid Prime in there as well, and then for Battle Line we've got a unit of 20 Gargoyles and a unit of 20 Termagants with the Flesh Borers, obviously, as they are the option we get for this particular box set. Other infantry wise, we've got a unit of 10 Barb Gaunts, which will be a nice little addition to the initial 5. You can probably find the other 5 Barb Gaunts of these somewhere on eBay or a buy swap sell site, nice and cheap, rather than paying a full price cost for them. 3 Ripper Swarms, same thing. You could probably find that extra Ripper Swarm either in extra kits, building it and sort of splitting up the Ripper Swarms you get in the initial box, or you can easily go and find some of these on eBay or other buy swap sell sites like on Facebook and stuff like that as well. Tyranid Warriors with melee bioweapons. This will give you a really good option to either how you want to play your Winged Tyranid Prime, as you don't actually need to select what unit joins until the sort of start phase of the game, which is really fun. And then your Von Ryan's Leapers and the Psychophage rounding out the army here at 995 points. If you've got some games in with your Tyranids, if you've got some ideas on how you would build from the initial box set here, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me, we have a Discord server for the channel, and that is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. This is either via Patreon or YouTube members using one of our affiliate links and codes down there, like Baron of Dice, Gap Games or Mithras Games, or by supporting us directly on Patreon or YouTube members. If you'd like to do any of those, we have links for that all in the description. And as a special thank you to our Patrons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Soren, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Q Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And our YouTube members, Greenrich Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, and John Castle. Lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see on the channel. Once again, everyone, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.